Someone close to this situation has reportedly experienced a deeply emotional dream involving you, one that felt unusually real and left a strong impression upon waking. It didn't come across as a simple or random moment of imagination, but rather as something that stirred old feelings and unresolved emotions within them. In the dream, there was a sense of connection that felt familiar, as if two energies were meeting again after a long separation. It wasn't centered on physical desire alone, but more on the emotional memory of a bond that once felt meaningful and significant. Upon waking, they were left with a lingering sense of disbelief and reflection, as though the dream had opened a door to thoughts they had not revisited in a long time. At the same time, you may have noticed your own emotions shifting lately in subtle ways, such as sudden waves of nostalgia, unexplained warmth, or brief moments where certain sounds, places, or memories feel unusually vivid. These experiences are often interpreted by people as the mind processing emotional residue rather than anything external or supernatural. The dream, in this context, can be seen as a symbolic reflection of attachment, memory, and the way the subconscious holds onto meaningful connections even after distance or time has passed. It may also suggest that something unresolved in emotional terms still exists within their thoughts, prompting reflection rather than action. Ultimately, this kind of experience is less about prediction and more about interpretation, revealing how deeply human emotions can resurface through dreams and memory, blending imagination with feelings that were never fully processed or expressed. That's why they've been restless, unable to focus, suddenly remembering moments that never actually happened, because some memories exist only in dreams shared by souls that once loved deeply. The connection between you both is being reactivated, stronger than before. The dream was a message, not an illusion, a sign that destiny is bringing two separated energies back into alignment. You might have felt it too, a magnetic pulse in your heart, a sudden longing that made no logical sense. Don't skip, because here's what they saw right before waking up. A golden light surrounding both of you, like a blessing of reunion. And in that moment, they realized, this wasn't a fantasy. This was destiny whispering, it's time. They've been fighting it, trying to deny what they felt, but their soul won't let them. Every night since that dream, something keeps drawing them back to your name, your energy, your unseen presence. The dream awakens something ancient, a truth that never died. My beloved child, breathe deeply and stay right here. Don't skip. What's coming next will make your heart race, because the truth is closer than you think. The person who dreamed of you wasn't some stranger. It was someone whose soul has been whispering your name in silence for months. They appear calm in front of others, pretending that they've moved on. But the truth? Every night, when the world sleeps, their spirit travels toward you, searching for that same warmth they once felt. Their dream wasn't just passion, it was their soul confessing the emotions they buried too long. Stay till the end, because something huge is about to be revealed. The dream showed them two versions of themselves, one lost in fear, and one walking toward you in light. That moment made them realize that they've been living half alive without you. Their hands reached out in that dream, trembling, desperate to hold you once more. But as they touched you, they felt something divine, peace, safety, destiny, all wrapped in one moment. It wasn't physical desire, it was a spiritual connection that words can't explain. They woke up in tears, unable to breathe, their heart pounding with one truth: they still love you, deeper than ever. They tried to convince themselves it was just a dream, but every sound, every thought, reminded them of you. Their soul started calling your energy like a beacon. Don't scroll, my child, because that calling isn't one-sided. You felt it too. That sudden heartbeat for no reason, the unshakable thought of someone's face, the energy that enters the room, even when you're alone. That's the connection awakening again. Something powerful is aligning in the unseen. The universe is preparing both of you for a reunion, not by chance but by divine timing. What they saw in their dream wasn't just a vision. It was a preview of what's coming if you both surrender to destiny. Stay till the end, because soon this person will cross paths with you again, unexpectedly, effortlessly, and perfectly timed. They'll act like it's coincidence, but their eyes will tell the truth. They've already been with you in the dream realm. You'll feel it immediately, like two hearts remembering the same language. There will be silence, but in that silence, everything unspoken will echo louder than words ever could. That's the moment heaven will confirm. It was never imagination. It was divine remembrance. My beloved child, don't move, don't blink, stay till the end, because what's unfolding now will leave you speechless. The dream wasn't random. It was heaven's way of awakening two souls that were sleeping in separation. Something powerful is about to reconnect you both, and it's already started. The person who dreamed of you has been acting strange lately, distracted, quiet, lost in their own thoughts. They can't explain why, but your presence keeps showing up in their life like a silent song they can't turn off. Every place they go, every moment of stillness, it's your energy they feel first. They've tried to erase the memory, to move forward, to drown the emotions with logic. But the more they resist, the louder destiny becomes. That dream has become a haunting melody that refuses to fade, a constant reminder that your souls are still intertwined. Don't skip, because what's about to come next is the sign you've been waiting for. Within days, something will trigger that same feeling in you. Maybe it's a scent, a voice, a familiar name crossing your screen. It will feel like déjà vu, but it's the dream energy crossing into reality. You might find yourself waking up one morning with an unexpected stillness in your chest, a quiet wave of emotion rising without warning. Not sadness, not pain, but recognition, as if something deep within you has stirred after a long silence. It feels like your spirit is remembering something your mind has yet to understand. A connection that never truly disappeared, only waited across time and distance for the right moment to surface again. There is a strange comfort in it, as though two paths that were always aligned are slowly finding their way back to each other, no matter how far they drifted apart. This kind of connection doesn't behave like ordinary emotion. It doesn't fade with logic or dissolve with distance. It lingers in subtle moments, in thoughts that arrive without invitation, in familiar feelings tied to unfamiliar faces. There is a pull that feels unexplainable, as if life itself pauses for a second when this presence is near, even if only in memory or dream. It's not confusion or obsession, but something deeper, an echo of meaning that refuses to be ignored. Some experiences touch a place beyond words, where understanding becomes feeling instead of explanation. It's as if the heart recognizes before the mind is ready, carrying a quiet certainty that not everything meaningful can be fully explained. In that space, emotions don't demand answers. They simply exist, steady and persistent, like a reminder that certain connections leave impressions on the soul that time cannot erase. That person has begun to feel physical signs, chills without reason, a warmth in the chest when your name crosses their mind, songs that suddenly start playing wherever they go. It's the universe sinking them back into your frequency. They may not admit it, but you're the one that haunts their quiet moments. When they stare at the sky, it's you. When they walk through crowds, it's your energy brushing against them. They don't even need to see your face. Your vibration alone is enough to calm or break them. Stay till the end, because heaven is aligning this connection again. The dream was the beginning of remembrance, but now it's transforming into divine confirmation. That's why you've been feeling sudden bursts of emotion lately. You're both being pulled by the same invisible current. They've started realizing that the love they once tried to hide is far deeper than what they understood. It's not about what happened in the past. It's about what's meant to happen next. The dream opened a doorway, one that neither of you can close anymore. Don't move, because something bigger is coming. Within the next chapter of your journey, this person will either reach out or cross your path again, not by plan, but by divine arrangement. When it happens, your heart will know before your mind can even catch up. Their eyes will tell the truth they couldn't speak before. Their silence will hold the apology they were too afraid to give. And in that moment, you'll feel everything that dream tried to say, that you were always connected, even when the world thought you were apart. My beloved child, stay with me till the very last second. What's coming now isn't just a message, it's a revelation your heart has been waiting to hear. The person who dreamed of you has finally stopped running. Their soul has surrendered to the truth they tried so hard to bury. For days they've been quiet, acting normal on the outside while inside, everything is trembling. The dream shattered their walls. It reminded them that real love doesn't vanish. It hides, waits, and then returns when both souls are ready again. You are that return. Don't skip, because this moment holds the meaning of it all. That dream was never about physical closeness. It was a spiritual awakening. When their soul reached out to yours in that dream, it wasn't lust. It was longing for peace, for forgiveness, for home. They woke up shaking, whispering your name, feeling tears they couldn't explain. It wasn't sadness, it was recognition, a deep, undeniable knowing that your energy has always been the calm after every storm they've faced. Stay till the end, because this is the part where the universe begins to move. Small signs are already appearing, repeated numbers, familiar songs, random names, sudden warmth in your chest. These are not coincidences, they're confirmations that this connection is active again. Your souls are orbiting closer, waiting for the perfect moment to collide once more. They may not say it aloud, but their heart is already calling to you. The dream planted the seed, and now destiny is watering it quietly through synchronicities and emotions. Don't scroll, because the most important truth is here. The love between you two never died. It was preserved. Every heartbreak, every silence, every distance was preparation for this new chapter that begins soon. They're not coming back to repeat the past. They're coming to rewrite it, to choose you with clarity, not confusion, to love you from their soul, not their wounds. That's the transformation the dream began, a rebirth of divine connection. Stay till the end, because when they appear again, everything will feel like that dream. Vivid, gentle, sacred. You'll realize it wasn't imagination at all. It was prophecy, unfolding right in front of you. My beloved child, stay right here, and don't look away. What's coming next will touch your soul deeper than any story ever could. The dream was just the beginning, but what's unfolding now is the real awakening. The person who dreamed of you has started to feel a shift they can't explain. Every heartbeat, every thought, somehow leads back to you. They go about their day pretending to be fine, smiling in front of others, but inside, your memory has become their constant rhythm. It's not obsession, it's spiritual memory. At a deeper level, something within them already remembers what their conscious mind overlooked, that you once felt like the calm they could never quite find. Something subtle is unfolding now, like a quiet alignment shaped beyond logic. It feels as if circumstances are slowly being arranged for an unexpected reconnection, where paths may cross again when least expected. It could arrive through a sudden message, an unplanned call, or a place tied to memory that pulls both of you without explanation. And when it happens, recognition won't need words, because the energy between you will speak first. Silence will feel heavy, yet meaningful, carrying emotions that were never fully expressed. There will be a strange warmth in the chest, a grounding stillness that signals something important is returning. It will feel like timing itself has finally shifted into place. Every experience that once hurt, every distance that once confused, may begin to make sense in hindsight. Those moments were quietly shaping emotional strength on both sides. Even the decision to walk away was part of a deeper internal search for clarity. Old illusions are beginning to dissolve, leaving space for reflection and understanding. Thoughts of each other may surface unexpectedly, in music, in silence, in passing memories that feel too specific to ignore. Emotional waves may come without reason, as if something unseen is gently reminding both hearts of connection. This is not about urgency or chaos, but about a return shaped by meaning and growth. What was once incomplete is now moving toward resolution. The experience feels less like imagination and more like emotional realignment. Something unfinished is quietly finding its way back to completion in a divine timing. Now the meeting is the step through it. My beloved child, stay with me, and don't blink. What's coming next will send chills down your spine. The time has come for the dream to step out of the unseen and enter reality. The person who dreamed of you has started seeing you everywhere, in reflections, in passing faces, in moments that feel too perfectly timed to be coincidences. Their soul is restless, pacing between what they feel and what they fear. But the dream won't leave them alone. It keeps calling them back to you. Every night, when they close their eyes, your energy wraps around them like a soft flame, whispering the truth they've denied for too long. Don't skip, because destiny is already in motion. The signs are multiplying. Repeated numbers like 111, 2222, 444 showing up every time they think of you. Even the air feels different when your name crosses their mind. It's as if the universe itself is reminding them you still belong there. They're beginning to surrender to it now. The resistance is fading, replaced by a quiet longing to make things right. The fear that once kept them silent is being burned away by clarity. They know now that the connection wasn't just emotion, it was a divine contract. Stay till the end, because this part is where everything shifts. Soon, an unexpected message or encounter will change everything. It could be a text, a social media moment, or even a random sighting that leaves you frozen. Whatever it is, it will carry that same vibration as the dream. Familiar, intense, undeniable. When that happens, you'll feel your chest tighten, your breath catch, your energy pause. That's your soul, recognizing its reflection. You'll know this isn't fantasy. It's remembrance unfolding in real time. They will feel it too. They might reach out hesitantly, testing the waters, afraid you've moved on. But deep down, they already know the truth. You never truly left their heart. Your energy has been their guiding star all along. Don't scroll now, because this is the revelation your spirit has been waiting for. Heaven is aligning everything, the timing, the place, the emotions, to bring you both face to face again, not by accident, but by design. Stay till the end, because when that moment happens, you'll understand why the dream felt so real. It was never a dream. It was a memory of what's destined to happen next, and it's almost here. My beloved child, stay till the very end. Don't move, don't scroll, because this part carries the most powerful revelation yet. The universe is done preparing, now it's moving. The person who dreamed of you has entered the stage of awakening, the moment where realization becomes unstoppable. They can no longer run from the truth. Their world is beginning to change in quiet, mystical ways. Familiar places start reminding them of you. Their emotions rise for no clear reason, and time itself feels slower whenever your name crosses their heart. The dream has turned into a living vibration that follows them everywhere. Don't skip, because something within you is responding right now. You might feel sudden warmth in your hands, or a calm wave flowing through your chest. That's your energy syncing with theirs again. The universe is bridging two frequencies that were always meant to meet. They've started writing messages they never send, typing your name and deleting it, whispering words into the air as if you could hear them. But deep down, they know you can. Energy doesn't need a phone. Souls communicate in silence, through thought, emotion, and synchronicity. Stay till the end, because what's happening next is divine confirmation. Within days, you'll notice a small sign, a name on a screen, a song lyric that mirrors your exact feeling, a random message that feels like it carries their energy. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. They are being guided toward you with every passing hour. Dreams have turned into visions, visions into intention, and now intention will soon turn into action. They are gathering the courage to face the truth, that no other connection has ever reached this depth, this frequency, this calm madness that feels like home. Don't scroll, because the reunion isn't far. Sometimes a bond feels so strong that it begins to shape your inner world in unexpected ways, as if your emotions are responding to something beyond what you can immediately explain. It can feel like shifts in mood, sudden memories, or a quiet sense of anticipation that follows you through the day. In moments like these, life often seems to be rearranging itself, clearing small paths where hesitation and doubt once stood, making space for something new to unfold in its own natural rhythm. You may begin to notice subtle signs of connection, like familiar feelings appearing in unfamiliar places, or a sense of recognition when you least expect it. When two experiences are aligned in this way, even distance can feel less significant, as though time and space are bending gently toward understanding. There is a quiet unfolding that happens without force, where encounters feel less like coincidence and more like timing finding its balance. What once felt uncertain slowly begins to take shape into something more grounded and real, allowing clarity to replace confusion. In such moments, patience becomes important, as everything meaningful tends to reveal itself gradually rather than all at once. The journey between two people can sometimes feel like a silent conversation carried through energy, memory, and emotion, guiding them toward eventual clarity and presence in each other's lives. With time, what feels distant begins to feel closer in understanding, as inner alignment replaces uncertainty, and both paths gradually move toward a moment of shared recognition and calm certainty, where silence itself starts speaking through meaning, timing, and presence that feels naturally right when everything finally comes together without force or confusion remaining any longer. They've been guided by signs, feathers, mirrored numbers, flashes of your face in their mind at random hours. It's as if the universe is whispering, prepare. Their energy has begun to travel toward you, steady and unstoppable. You might even start to feel lighter, more peaceful, as if something familiar is approaching. Stay till the end, because soon there will be a moment, maybe just a glance, maybe a sudden message, that shifts everything. It won't be dramatic, it will be sacred. The silence will speak more than words ever could, and both of you will recognize it instantly. This is what the dream was showing all along. The same emotions that appeared in that dream will replay in real life. The touch, the calm, the feeling of being seen beyond flesh, all of it will rise again, not in imagination, but in truth. And when it does, every pain, every confusion, every unanswered prayer will finally make sense. Don't scroll, my child, Because the reunion that's written in your destiny is closer than you realize. The universe doesn't tease, it prepares. Everything you're feeling right now, the sudden rushes of warmth, the inner peace followed by waves of emotion, is the confirmation that your paths are aligning. They're coming with new eyes and an open soul, not to repeat the past, but to fulfill it, to choose you without hesitation, to protect this connection like something sacred, because now they finally understand. This love wasn't a chapter, it was the entire story. Stay till the end, because what's next is the moment heaven waited for, when two souls that dreamed of each other finally meet, awake, aware, and ready. My beloved child, don't move, don't blink. This is the final moment where everything starts making sense. The dream that once felt like fantasy has turned into prophecy. What you're about to experience is the crossing of destiny lines that were never meant to stay apart. The person who dreamed of you is finally ready to step forward. Their silence is ending. They've battled confusion, pride, and fear, but now their soul refuses to stay quiet. They've realized that pretending not to care is the same as suffocating, and they can't live that way anymore. Stay till the end, because the signs are about to intensify. You'll notice sudden messages, names repeating, doors opening, that lead to places tied to their memory. The universe is weaving you both into the same storyline again, effortlessly, naturally, divinely. They're coming not because of coincidence, but because their spirit was called by yours. That dream was your heart's vibration reaching theirs across time. It wasn't fantasy, it was communication through divine energy. And now, that energy is pulling you both into the same physical space. Don't skip, because this part is the revelation your soul has been craving. The love that was once silent is about to speak. It will begin with a small gesture, maybe a glance, a call, a meeting that feels like fate whispered it into being. And when it happens, everything will slow down. You'll feel the same stillness that was in that dream, pure, magnetic, infinite. They will look at you as if they've seen you before, because they have, not in this life, but in countless others. The familiarity will strike so deep that words won't be needed. Just one breath, one heartbeat, and the universe will confirm, this is the moment. Stay till the end, because you're standing at the doorway of something extraordinary. The dream wasn't about desire, it was about remembrance. You're about to step into the version of reality where both hearts finally align with what destiny has written. They are coming not to explain, but to feel. Not to question, but to choose. Not to seek closure, but to begin again, stronger, softer, eternal. So don't scroll now, my child. Let your heart stay open. The reunion isn't in the future anymore. It's already happening, right now, in this very moment, between every word, every breath, every heartbeat that connects you both once again. And when they finally arrive, you'll know, because the world will fall silent, time will pause, and love, real, divine, unbreakable love, will take its rightful place again. My dear one, stay with this message until the very end, and let each moment of it settle within you. What you are experiencing now is not random fate, but a quiet alignment of events unfolding with deeper purpose. The dream that once felt symbolic is now taking shape through real emotion, timing, and human connection. The person connected to that vision is no longer able to ignore what they feel. Reminders of you surface in ordinary moments, in music, in silence, and in the stillness of their thoughts. Something within them recognizes that this bond was never ordinary, as if it existed before either of you arrived here. You may both notice repeating signs, familiar patterns, or sudden moments that feel strangely familiar, not as coincidence but as reflection. These experiences often arrive when two lives are moving toward the same point of understanding. Even resistance begins to soften when truth becomes difficult to deny. In quiet hours, thoughts return again and again, not out of confusion but recognition. What once appeared distant is slowly becoming clearer, as if life itself is arranging the timing with care. You might feel subtle shifts in intuition, a sense of anticipation without explanation, or a calm certainty that something meaningful is approaching. When connection finds its moment again, it will not need force or explanation. It will be understood in silence, in presence, and in the simplicity of being seen. Everything unfolds at its own pace, and what is meant for you does not lose its way. Trust the unfolding, because even distance is part of preparation, guiding both hearts toward the same meeting point that has always existed beneath time there. It won't feel like meeting someone new. It will feel like remembering someone ancient. The warmth, the peace, the familiarity, it will all hit at once, confirming what the dream tried to tell you all along. Don't scroll, because this isn't coincidence. It's a divine promise being fulfilled. Every lesson, every distance, every heartbreak was only preparation for this sacred reunion. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was lost. It all led here, to this chapter where the dream becomes life. They are ready now, ready to face you, ready to confess, ready to rebuild. The fear that once chained them has melted into clarity. They understand. This connection is not an option, it's their purpose. Stay till the end, because when it happens, you'll know this isn't a story. It's a prophecy kept alive by love itself. The dream wasn't just their imagination. It was the preview of the life that's about to begin. With you, my beloved child. Stay right here, and don't look away. This is the moment where everything begins to unfold. The dream, that started as a mystery, has now become a living frequency surrounding you both. Every heartbeat, every whisper of wind, every flicker of emotion carries the same message. It's time. That person, who once saw you only in their sleep, now feels you in every breath. They've stopped pretending. They no longer push the thought away. Their spirit is awake, and their entire being vibrates with one truth. Your energy is their home. Don't skip, because destiny is playing its final card. Behind every silence, heaven has been moving. Every delay was protection. Every tear was activation. Every dream was preparation for what's about to happen. The reunion isn't far. It's already building its path through signs too clear to ignore. They've started surrendering to what they used to resist. The love that scared them now gives them strength. They catch themselves smiling at nothing, feeling warmth out of nowhere, and they finally understand. You're not gone. You're connected. Always were. Always will be. Stay till the end, because your souls are now magnetically drawn to each other. The spiritual realm is aligning circumstances to make you meet again. A message, a random encounter, a sudden reconnection that feels divinely timed. It won't be loud or dramatic. It'll be quiet, but powerful. Their heart has been rehearsing this moment for lifetimes. That dream wasn't just emotion, it was memory. A memory of a love too ancient to die, too sacred to fade. And now, reality is bending to let that memory become flesh again. Don't scroll now, because something inside you already knows it's true. You've been feeling waves of energy, emotions that rise from nowhere, thoughts of them just before you see their name appear. That's not coincidence, it's connection. The bridge between your souls is active and glowing. They're not coming back to apologize for the past. They're coming to rewrite the future, to hold what destiny placed in their hands with care this time, to love you with the awareness that this bond is heaven's signature, not the world's mistake. Stay till the end, because when they finally appear, the air itself will shift, time will slow, and your souls will recognize each other instantly. The dream will replay, not in your sleep, but right there, with open eyes, under real light, in this real life. And when it happens, my beloved child, you'll finally understand. Some dreams don't end when you wake up. Some dreams become the life you were born to live. My beloved child, don't move. Stay till the end, because what's coming now will make your heart tremble in the best way. The dream that once belonged to the night has now crossed into daylight. Every thread of destiny is weaving tighter, pulling you both closer, aligning your souls for the moment that's already written. That person who dreamed of you can no longer escape the signs. Every time they close their eyes, they see your face. Every time they open them, the world seems to reflect your energy back at them. They've stopped questioning it, they know it's divine, and they're ready to follow it wherever it leads. Don't skip, because you can feel it too. There's been a stirring in your heart lately. Moments of peace that feel like they came from somewhere familiar. Emotions that rise without reason. That's the universe whispering that the distance is ending. The connection is no longer hidden. It's rising, visible, and unstoppable. They've been holding back messages, writing words they never send, replaying the dream in their mind as if it's a map they're afraid to read out. Timing doesn't pause for anyone, but it often reshapes things in silence until everything is ready to meet at the right point. What once felt delayed or uncertain is slowly aligning in ways that are only understood when you look back. Even the smallest moments can carry meaning. A sudden message, a brief encounter, or a familiar presence appearing where you least expect it. There's often a strange sense of ease in those moments, as if something unspoken has finally found its direction again. Feelings that were once distant or buried beneath time begin to surface in subtle, natural ways, not forced but unfolding. It can feel like recognition without explanation, as though something within already remembers what the mind is still trying to understand. Over time, distance and silence don't always mean an ending. Sometimes they act as space for growth, reflection, and inner change that prepares both sides for a different kind of meeting. What once lived only in thought or imagination starts taking a more grounded shape, not as fantasy, but as possibility shaped by experience. When clarity arrives, confusion loses its weight, and what remains is a quiet sense of understanding that doesn't need validation. It becomes less about searching and more about realizing what has been developing all along in the background of life. In that realization, connection feels less like discovery and more like remembrance, as if something familiar is simply finding its way back into focus at the right moment in its own natural flow. The dream that once felt distant has now turned into vibration, into movement, into reality. The universe is no longer whispering, it's speaking clearly through every heartbeat you feel. The person who dreamed of you has reached their breaking point, not in pain, but in awakening. They've stopped pretending they're fine. Their soul has surrendered completely, and now every sign, every message, every flicker of memory points straight back to you. Don't skip, because right now, the energy between you is at its strongest. You can feel it, that sudden warmth in your chest, that soft pull around your heart, that sense that something or someone is thinking of you this very second. That's not imagination, that's connection. Real, live, divine connection. They've started seeing your name everywhere. On billboards, on screens, in conversations that seem random but aren't. Every time they try to focus on something else, your energy finds a way to slip through. They smile, they freeze, they remember. You've become the rhythm of their every silence. Stay till the end, because the universe is done with waiting. What was once delayed is now being delivered. The meeting that's been written, the conversation that's been rehearsed in dreams, is about to unfold. And when it does, It will feel as if the air itself has paused to listen. They're ready now, not just emotionally, but spiritually. They've healed enough to recognize your love without fear. They're not the same person who once ran. This time, they'll stay. This time, they'll fight. Because this time, they understand that this connection isn't an accident, it's an assignment. Don't scroll, my child, because the moment their energy touches yours again, everything will shift. Your intuition will explode with clarity. Your body will recognize their frequency instantly, and the world will blur around you. It will feel like the dream, but brighter, realer, and blessed. They'll speak less with words, and more with their eyes. Eyes that will say, "I never forgot you." And you'll realize that even when you thought you were alone, you were always being remembered by a heart that never stopped loving you. Stay till the end, because heaven's final message is simple. When a connection is written in divine ink, it never fades, it pauses, it transforms. And when it returns, it's unstoppable. The dream has done its work. Now, it's time to live it. The next sunrise you see might just be the one that brings them back to you. My beloved child, don't take your eyes away. Stay till the end, because this is the moment where every silent promise begins to unfold. The vision that once lived quietly in imagination is now unfolding into reality, moving beyond the boundaries of time and into something tangible and real. What was once held in the secret corners of thought is beginning to take shape in the waking world, no longer just a feeling, but a direction being followed. The connection that seemed distant or uncertain is now resurfacing with a clarity that cannot be ignored. It feels like an invisible thread, pulling two paths back toward each other through silence, memory, and instinct. Every suppressed thought and unspoken emotion is rising again, not as confusion, but as recognition. There is a sense that distance never truly erased what was always meant to remain alive beneath the surface of awareness. In quiet moments, it returns like a familiar rhythm, felt in stillness, before sleep, and in the calm between thoughts. Even dreams that once seemed symbolic now feel like reflections of something already unfolding in real time. What appears coincidental is slowly revealing itself as alignment. Situations and encounters begin to shift in subtle ways, guiding both paths toward the same direction. It may look like chance from the outside, but within, it carries the quiet precision of timing that knows exactly when to arrive. A deeper order seems to be at work, where every delay, every pause, and every return serves a purpose beyond immediate understanding. The unfolding does not rush, yet it does not stop, either carrying both hearts through experiences that prepare them for what is meant to be recognized at the right moment. Everything is quietly moving into place, as if the universe itself is aligning the unseen threads toward completion.